I'm going to talk about a kind pattern. So, the first life was created through abiogenesis, the process of non-living matter forming complex organic molecules that eventually organize into self-replicating cells. A concept supported by scientific hypotheses like the pyramidal soup of hydrothermal vent theories. While the exact details are unknown, it, it evolved the formation of a habitable planet with liquid water, carbon-based molecules, and the energy source, followed by the immense synthesis of complex organic molecules. Their their self-assembly into replicating like structures like a DNA, RNA, and the development of cell membranes. So that was the example of what I know. So so what caused the 552 line? Unless you will see the same time period. The temperature pattern is gonna be same thing as precipitation. So same time. So you could combine them. The line like 552 line and meteorology. So what caused the 1028 millibars of pressure? So zoom out, you'll see like what caused it, like 1031 combine one with 1024. So what high pressure in 1031 close is closer to Toronto or southern Ontario than 1024 millibars of pressure. So let's talk about our coming pattern. So nothing around southern Ontario. 2 p.m. nothing except the Georgian Bay, like northwestern Ontario, because this map is for southern Ontario. So if you click Toronto, they call this like for example Georgian Bay is northwestern Ontario. So next in this Lake Huron also could get some small 0.25 millimeters of rain, but between those between Lake Huron and Georgian Bay, it's gonna be 0.25 millimeters of rain. So next hour. So Wyton is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So Northern Ontario 0.25 millimeters of rain sitting in northeast. And Western Ontario is gonna get some same thing. So but the first smallest is gonna be northeastern Ontario, and the second smallest is gonna be like northern Ontario, possibly in central. So not central actually. So and the northwest is the third smallest, and the fourth smallest is gonna be Western Ontario and possibly north. Yes, mostly Western Ontario is the fourth smallest. So next hour, let's see. So Scarborough, Ontario is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Stouffville, Ontario is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Newmarket 0.25 millimeters of rain. Downtown Toronto, same thing. This is August, same thing. Brampton, increasing risk of 2.5 millimeters of rainfall. But for now, it's to 0.25 millimeters of rain. Hamilton, it's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. London is 0.25 millimeters of rain. Just take a minute to do something. So, like, Warrington is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Owenson is gonna get 0.25 millimeters of rain. Cobourg is 0.25 millimeters of rain. Peterborough is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Oshawa Uxbridge, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Fort Erie is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City and Niagara on the Lake is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rain. Orangeville, Newmarket, Stouffville is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Sailing and Barrie, Georginia, possibly Orilla we say possibly, it's going to change quickly into 2.5 millimeters of rain from 0.25 millimeters of rain. Winds by Ontario 0.25 millimeters of rain. So next hour, so Scarborough, mostly eastern and central Toronto is gonna get 0.25 millimeters of rain. Like if we say like eastern and central on Toronto, it's gonna be Scarborough, Markham, Stouffville, Delta Toronto, Richmond Hill. That's central and east on Toronto. So for the area, it's possible to get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. So Oshawa doesn't count. So Uxbridge is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Barrie, Ontario is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Georgina is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. London is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Whiteton, same thing. 0.25 millimeters rain. Same thing as London for Whiteton. Same precipitation amount. Hamilton is 2.5 millimeters of rain. Mississauga, Brampton. Well, Mississauga, Brampton is actually 0.25 millimeters of rain. But most of central eastern Toronto is going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Newmarket, except Orangeville is 2.5 millimeters of rain. Newmarket is 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing as Stouffville. Scarborough I did. So Uxbridge I did. So next hour almost. Collingwood is gonna get some possibility, not possible, is 0.25 millimeters of rain next hour, but So Scarborough, Ontario is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing as Stouffville, Newmarket, Richmond Hill, possibly even Brampton. Brampton actually not impossible. So Oakville, Hamilton, Niagara Falls City, Quebec later on. Not Quebec. So Uxbridge is possible, even Oshawa. Not possible, but it is possible. So Whiteton, Owen, Sound is same thing, Collingwood, same thing, Barrie, same thing. Georgina is possible. Not possible. So Orangeville, Newmarket and so forth. It's gonna get some really 100%, like 0.25 millimeters of rain. Fort Erie is 0.25 millimeters of rain. London is 2.5 millimeters of rain. So Niagara on the Lake is 2.5 millimeters of rain. So next hour. So Scarborough is gonna pass through like 2.5 millimeters of rain. Mostly for now it's like 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing as Stouffville. So Richmond Hill is gonna get 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Richmond Hill, Newmarket, downtown Toronto, Brampton, Mississauga, Oakville, Hamilton, same thing. Even Niagara on the Lake and doesn't count in Niagara Falls City. So Quebec is gonna get some. Could get some. Quebec is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. In Peterborough, 0.25 millimeters of rain. 2.5 millimeters of rain in Quebec. Belleville is 0.25 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City is gonna get some, doesn't count. So next hour, and it skipped. So Oshawa is to 6.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Uxbridge. So next hour, 2 p.m. Southern Scarborough is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rain, but most of Stouffville and Scarborough is gonna be 0.25 millimeters of rain. Mississauga is 2.5 millimeters of rain. Brampton is 0.25 millimeters of rain. Oakville is gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Oakville. Niagara on the lake is mostly is gonna get some most of Niagara on the lake is gonna get some. Let's see how big the city is. It's gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rain. London 0.25 millimeters of rain. Orangeville's borderline, like, so it's gonna average out. So it's between like 0.25 and 2.5 millimeters of rain. Newmarket Sofa 0.25 millimeters of rain. Oshawa Uxbridge 0.25 millimeters of rain. Coburg, Peterborough 0.25 millimeters of rain. Fort Erie is gonna get some 18.75 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Niagara Falls City. So next where it's possible, unless it's skipped. So Scarborough, it's gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain, and like 50% chance in still for seeing rainfall, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Downtown Toronto, let's see what's Toronto. So in downtown Toronto, it's gonna get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Mississauga, possibly even Brampton. Most of the part of Brampton is 2.5 millimeters of rain. In Niagara Falls it is like not mostly, but 6.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Niagara on the lake. Fort Erie, same thing. London 0.25 millimeters of rain. Hamilton is same thing, 2.5 millimeters of rain. Queens Park is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters. Actually, this is not Hamilton. Yeah, this is Hamilton. So Burlington is gonna get some 2.5 and for your millimeters of rain. So Hamilton is gonna get some 6.25 millimeters of rain. Oakville 2.5 millimeters of rain. Orangeville is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Newmarket is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain or nothing. So next unless there's something. So double check everything. So next hour, 8 a.m. nothing on this high pressure and 1020 millibars of pressure. 2 p.m. nothing. This 1020 millibars of pressure and 558 line. We can do this part. 558 millibars of line, like 558 line of meteorology. So 2 p.m. 558 line and 1028 millibars of pressure. If it's a line, I'm gonna say the instead of line and 558 line of meteorology. So 558 line of meteorology and 1020 millibars of pressure. And final hour, nothing except 1020 millibars of pressure and 558 line. So precipitation every 12 hours. So the mean average in southern Ontario is 0.7 millimeters of rain. And heaviest precipitation on the map is 2 millimeters of rain, which is on Lake Huron. Like, which part of Lake Huron, because this is southern Ontario, it's not enough. So it's gonna be northeast on Lake Huron. So Whiteton is in 0.7 millimeters of rain. Midland, if it counts possible, it's gonna get some 0.7 millimeters of rain. 0.7 millimeters of rain. Next hour, Saturday, October 11th. So Stouffville's 2 millimeters of rain. Scarborough is gonna be 1.2 millimeters of rain. Downtown Toronto is 4 millimeters rain. Brampton is 5 millimeters rain. 4 millimeters. So I need to put the lines so I don't miss it. So 5 millimeters of rain in Mississauga. Hamilton is 7 millimeters of rain. Niagara on the Lake is 13 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City doesn't count. It's Niagara Falls, US. So London is 10 degrees. 1 degrees in Whiteton. Owen Sound is 2.5 millimeters of rain. 3 millimeters of rain in Collingwood. 12 millimeters. 2 millimeters of rain in Newmarket. Or Orangeville is possible as 5 millimeters of rain. Sometimes it shows 6. So Uxbridge 4 millimeters of rain. Cobourg is 0.7 millimeters of rain. Oshawa is going to be 0.7. See anything in Uxbridge. Peterborough is going to get nothing. And this is right here actually. So Fort area is going to get like 4 millimeters of rain. So next hour is possible. So let's see how much precipitation. So it's gonna be 2.5 between those numbers. So what's the mean average? Going to take a minute. So Oko is gonna be on average it's gonna be 3.7 millimeters of rain. So next hour, I'm gonna skip everything. I'm just gonna skip everything. Not skip everything, but some of the cities. So 1 millimeters of rain in Stoffel. Scarborough is gonna be the lightest is gonna be 2.5, and the heaviest is gonna be 6 millimeters of rain. So I'm gonna do Scarborough, the actual precipitation, total precipitation in Scarborough later. So 7 millimeters of rain Brampton, 6 millimeters of downtown Toronto, 8 millimeters of rain in Hamilton. Niagara on the Lake is 20 millimeters of rain, 26 millimeters of rain in Niagara Falls City. London is 1.2 millimeters of rain, even though this is 1. So Oakville is gonna get some. So it's gonna take a while again. So Oakville, Ontario is going. So the Oakville mean average is gonna be like 10 millimeters of rain, not mean average, but. So Newmarket is gonna get some. Newmarket is gonna get some 0.7 millimeters of rain. Orangeville is going to get some 1.7 millimeters of rain. It is random number, so there's no difference between 1.5 and 1.7. So but Cobourg is gonna get some 0.2 millimeters of rain. Oshawa is gonna be like 0.7 millimeters of rain. Oshawa is 0.2 millimeters of rain in Uxbridge. Peterborough is gonna be erase everything. So Peterborough is actually gonna be 0.7 millimeters of rain. So next hour, so then this Stoffel I did. 8 p.m. October 13, nothing. These lines are. Double check if it's good. Yeah. So next air temperature pattern on this total precipitation. So temperature pattern. due to the stop on 7 a.m. tomorrow. Brampton still was 5 degrees, 9 degrees in downtown Toronto. Let's see, I'll go in. So 5 degrees in Brampton, Stoffel. Downtown Toronto is 9 degrees, 6 degrees in Oshawa. Newmarket is 3 degrees, 2 degrees in Uxbridge. Gonna start again. So Brampton, Stoffel is 5 degrees, 9 degrees in downtown Toronto. Newmarket is 3 degrees, 2 degrees in Uxbridge. Oshawa is 6 degrees, 9 degrees in Coburg, 4 degrees in Peterborough, 6 degrees in Belleville, Niagara on the Lake 7 degrees, 6 degrees in Niagara Falls City, London 6 degrees, 5 degrees in Hamilton, Collingwood is 4 degrees, Orangeville is 3 degrees, Hamilton is 8 degrees. So next hour, 48 counts. So Brampton is 16 degrees. Oakville is 16 degrees. Hamilton is 16 degrees. Downtown Toronto is 15 degrees. Same thing as Tofu, Newmarket. 14 degrees is in Uxbridge, Peterborough, Oshawa, Coburg, Belleville, London, Collingwood, Brighton 14 degrees. Niagara on the Lake 17 degrees. 16 degrees in Niagara Falls City. Next hour on this Orangeville. So Orangeville is 16 degrees. Tofu is 15 degrees. 15 degrees and also Scarborough, but next hours. So 12 degrees in Brampton, Stoffel. Downtown Toronto is 14 degrees. Scarborough is 13 degrees. 14 degrees is in 14 degrees in Scarborough actually. 13 degrees in Scarborough. Downtown Toronto is 14 degrees. 12 degrees in Brampton. Newmarket, Uxbridge, Peterborough. 11 degrees. 10 degrees in Collingwood. Orangeville is 10 degrees. 13 degrees is in Oshawa. 13 degrees in Coburg. 12 degrees in Belleville. Niagara on the Lake is 12 degrees. 10 degrees in Niagara Falls City. London is 13 degrees. 13 degrees in Hamilton. 14 degrees in 13 degrees. 13.5 degrees in Oakville. Next hour, if it's possible. "14 degrees in Whiteham, 13 degrees in Collingwood, 13 degrees in London, Brampton is 13 degrees, 14 degrees is in Stoffel, downtown Toronto is 14 degrees, Newmarket is 14 degrees, 14 degrees in Uxbridge, 15 degrees in Oshawa, 15 degrees in Coburg, 16 degrees in Peterborough, 17 degrees in Belleville, 15 degrees in Niagara on the Lake, 16 degrees in Niagara Falls City, Hamilton's 14 degrees, 14 degrees in Oakville, Orangeville is for 11 degrees, Stoffel is going to be 14 degrees. So next hours possible. So Brampton is 14 degrees, 12 degrees in Stoffel, 15 degrees in downtown Toronto, 15 degrees in Mississauga, 14 degrees Hamilton, 14 degrees in Oakville, 12 degrees in Oshawa, 10 degrees in Uxbridge, 11 degrees in Newmarket, 10 degrees in Orangeville, 12 degrees in Coburg, 10 degrees in Peterborough, 11 degrees in Belleville, Niagara on the Lake, 13 degrees, 12 degrees in Niagara Falls City, 11 degrees in London, 11 degrees in Whiteham, 10 degrees in Collingwood. Next hours, so Orangeville is 10 degrees actually. 16 degrees in Brampton, Stoffel, Newmarket, Uxbridge, Oshawa. Let's see how the cities. Well, Whiteham is 18 degrees, 17 degrees in Collingwood, 17 degrees in London, 15 degrees in downtown Toronto, 17 degrees in Coburg, 17 degrees in Peterborough, 19 degrees in Belleville, Niagara on the Lake is 14 degrees, 13 degrees in Niagara Falls City. Orangeville is going to do Orangeville Newmarket again, so 16 degrees in Orangeville. Newmarket is 16 degrees. Next, we'll clear this first. So it is 6 a.m. most of the time. Not actually. So Brampton is 11 degrees, 10 degrees in Stouffville, 11 degrees in Scarborough, 13 degrees in Downtown Toronto, Newmarket is 9 degrees, Orangeville is 9 degrees, Uxbridge 8 degrees, Oshawa is 10 degrees, Cobourg is 12 degrees, Peterborough is 8 degrees, Belleville is 11 degrees, 13 degrees in Hamilton, 13 degrees in Oakville. This is something wrong. So Niagara on the Lake is 12 degrees, 11 degrees in Niagara Falls City, 11 degrees in London, 11 degrees in Whiteton, 9 degrees is in Collingwood. So next hour, final hour, oh no, yes, final hour. 17 degrees in Brampton, Stouffville, 16 degrees in Downtown Toronto, 17 degrees in Niagara on the Lake, 19 degrees in London, Whiteton, 18 degrees is in Collingwood, Newmarket, Uxbridge, even Orangeville, Peterborough, Cobourg, Oshawa, 19 degrees in Belleville, 18 degrees in Niagara Falls City, Hamilton is 15 degrees, 15.5 degrees, 16 degrees is in, can't tell, so 16 degrees is in Oakville. Next, this is the end of the video unless I skip Scarborough. So 16.5 degrees in Scarborough. So this is the end of the video.